Om Shanti, 18th April 2020. Today, the seed of this world human tree, the ocean of bliss, ocean of knowledge, ocean of love, Shiv Baba, is here to tell us in his Sakar Murli that through this knowledge we children attain the inheritance of liberation in life. And there is a difference between liberation in life and liberation from life. So Shiv Baba says the second you understand this knowledge, the second you decide to implement this knowledge, will lead you to the gateways of Jivan Mukti, that is liberation in life. Shiv Baba also says that a child, suppose if a child has listened even slightest part of the Murli, but is able enough to implement or inculcate that in his life, also deserves a position in Satyug, or to be more precise, in liberation in life. Because he talks about 21 births, which includes even this one birth of Sangam Yug, that is the confluence age. Well, Shiv Baba has also talked about the false rituals on the path of devotion regarding sacrificing yourselves in the name of God. So Shiv Baba says sacrificing doesn't mean giving up your life, destroying your body or destroying the bodies of an animal. It simply means you have to surrender your mind, your body and your wealth to the one Father through your intelligence and understanding, or consciousness to be more precise. So Shiv Baba is here to make us aware of all false beliefs happening in this world, like people say that Kali Yuga is still for 40,000 years. Well, Shiv Baba says just imagine of the condition if Kali Yuga persists for coming 40,000 years more, where people are willing to take each other's life, where there is no pure water, air, or even food available to eat, and number of diseases are taking place. So this world is actually not a better place to live. So Shiv Baba says, renunciate this world through your mind. You should have the feeling of dislike towards this world, towards this very Kali-yugi world, and should keep an aim to achieve higher position in Satyug through your stage of constant rising, basically. And Shiv Baba also says that this life is beautiful and wonderful, the most valuable life, which cannot be compared with any other life. So Shiv Baba says that it's your responsibility to understand the beginning, middle and end of the drama, basically the secret of that, so that you can remember me more and hence you can increase your light. Because if you don't remember me, the light will decrease gradually. And in case if you commit any vice, so definitely the light will decrease. So it is very important to be conscious about what Shiv Baba says. So now let's listen to the Murli in detail, where our beloved Shiv Baba says, sweet children, you need to have unlimited disinterest in this old and impure world, because you have to become pure, and when your stage essence, there is benefit for everyone. In today's question, Shiv Baba says, it is said that a soul is his own worst enemy and his own best friend. Well, what is the true friendship? So it's a beautiful question with an amazing answer that constantly following the Srimad of the One Father is true friendship. True friendship is to remember the One Father and become pure and claim the full inheritance from the Father. Only the Father tells you the way to form this friendship, and it is at the confluence age that each of your souls become your own best friend. And today's song is You Spent the Night Sleeping and the Day Eating. It's a Hindi song. In Hindi we say Tune Raat Gavai Soi Ke aur Divas Gavaya Khai Ke. So the song is So you spend the night by sleeping and day by eating. So Shiv Baba says Om Shanti. This song is in fact belongs to the path of devotion. Throughout the whole world, singing songs, studying scriptures and going on pilgrimages all belong to the path of devotion. Only you children understand what is meant by the path of knowledge and what is meant by the path of devotion. The Veds, the scriptures, the Upanishads, etc. all belong to the path of devotion. The reward of knowledge lasts for half the cycle and devotion lasts for the next half cycle. Whilst performing devotion you have to descend, and whilst taking 84 births you descend, and then for one birth it is your stage of ascent. This is called the path of knowledge, and it has been remembered of knowledge that liberation in life can be claimed in a second. The kingdom of Ravan that has continued since the Copper Age began is to end, and then kingdom of Ram will begin. When you have completed your 84 births in the drama, everyone benefits because of your ascending stage. These words are written somewhere or other in one scripture or another, and when your stage ascends, there is benefit for everyone. Only the one Father grants salvation to all, and there are as many different ideas as the many different types of sannyasis, etc. And it has been written in the scriptures that the duration of each cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. Shankaracharya's idea is that it lasts for 10,000 years. Well, there is such a vast difference. Then some still say that it lasts for hundreds of thousands of years. There are many human beings, many opinions, and many different religions in the Iron Age. In the Golden Age, there is just one direction, and the Father sits here and tells you children the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. How long does it take him to tell you this? Well, he continues to tell you things, and you must not ask why you were not told of all that before. Well, children are taught in a school, number-wise. Young children have small organs, and so they are taught very little. As they become older and their organs grow, the locks on their intellects open, and they are able to imbibe their lessons. Nothing can be inculcated in the intellects of small children. And when they grow older, they become barristers and judges, etc. The same happens here. The intellects of some are able to imbibe this knowledge very well. And the Father says, I have come to change you from impure to pure, and so you should now have disinterest in the impure world. When souls become pure, they cannot stay in this impure world. In the impure world, souls are impure, and human beings are also impure. Well, in this impure world, Shiv Baba says, souls are impure and human beings are also impure, which means the soul is impure and the bodies, they are also impure. But in the pure world, human beings are pure, and impure human beings reside in the impure world. This is the kingdom of Ravan, and as are the king and queen, so are their subjects. All of this knowledge has to be understood by intellects. At this time, no one's intellect has love for God. You children remember the Father, and some of you have internal love for Him. You souls love the Father. You have regard for the Father because you have recognized Him. You are now personally here in front of Baba. You're listening to Shiv Baba, and He's the seed of the human world tree, the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of love, and the ocean of bliss. It is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Trimurti Shiv, the bestower of the knowledge of Gita, who speaks. So you must definitely use the word Trimurti, because the Trimurti has been remembered and establishment takes place through Brahma. Therefore, knowledge must definitely be given through Brahma. Krishna wouldn't say that God Shiv speaks. Nothing happens through inspiration, nor can Shiv Baba enter him. That is Krishna. He will not enter in Krishna. Well, Shiv Baba enters the foreign world. The Golden Age is the land of Krishna, and so the praise of each is distinct. This is the main thing. No one in the Golden Age studies the Gita. On the path of devotion, it is studied for birth after birth. That doesn't happen on the path of knowledge. The things of knowledge do not exist on the path of devotion. The Father, the Creator, now gives you the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation. No human being can be the Creator. A human being cannot say, I am the Creator. The Father Himself says, I am the seed of the human world tree. I am the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of love, and the one who grants salvation to all. Well, the praise of Krishna is completely distinct from this. Therefore, write the contrast of their praise correctly so that as soon as people read it, they will immediately understand that Krishna is not the bestower of knowledge of the Gita. Krishna is 16 celestial degrees full. He is absolutely viceless. But Shiv Baba is the ocean of knowledge. So there is a huge contrast, isn't it? Shiv Baba says, you will gain victory when they accept this one aspect. Well, people get very distressed for the sake of Krishna, just as devotees of Shiv are prepared to cut their own throats. All they want to do is to go to Shiv. Similarly, Krishna's devotees think that they are going to Krishna, and however, no one can go to Krishna. There is no question of sacrificing themselves to Krishna. People sacrifice themselves to the goddesses, and none of them sacrifice themselves to the deities. You are those goddesses and you belong to Shiv Baba. Therefore, They also sacrificed themselves to Shiv Baba. Things of violence have been written in the scriptures, and you are Shiv Baba's children, and it is in your mind's body, it is your minds, bodies, and wealth that you sacrifice to him. There was no question of killing, or in other terms that devotees say, sacrificing your body practically to the Father. No, it's about surrendering all that through your minds. Shiv Baba says that the government has now stopped people from sacrificing themselves at Shiv Kashi. That sword is no longer there, and when someone on the path of devotion commits suicide, that is the way of being one's own enemy. There is only one way for becoming your own friend, and the Father has told you, become pure and claim your full inheritance from the Father. Continue to follow the Father's Srimad, and this is true friendship. Human souls on the path of devotion are their own enemies, and when the Father comes and gives you souls this knowledge, you become your own friends. Your souls become pure and claim the inheritance from the Father. The Father comes at the confluence age and makes every soul his own friend. Each of your souls become your own friend. When they receive Srimad, they feel that they will only follow their Father's direction, and you have been following your own dictates for half a cycle. It is by following Srimad that you receive salvation. You must not use your own dictates in this. In short, Baba is saying, do not mix your ideologies when Baba is suggesting something. Well, the Father simply gives you directions, and you have come here in order to become deities. By performing good deeds here, you receive good fruit in your next births in the land of immortality. This is the land of death. However, only you children understand the significance of this number-wise. The intellects of some of you are able to imbibe this knowledge very well. Others are unable to imbibe it. So what can the teacher do? Would you ask for mercy or blessings from a teacher? A teacher teaches and then goes to his home. When children go to school, they first pray to God. Oh God, make me pass and I will offer bhog to you. They would never say to their teacher that give me blessings, and at this time the Supreme Soul is our teacher as well as Father. Basically, Baba is saying that when you used to remember me before any examination, so you used to remember me, not the one who is teaching you. But today, surprisingly, the God is himself your teacher and your Father. So this life is valuable. Well, Baba says, it is understood that a child always has his father's blessings. A man desires to have children. When I have a son, I can give him my wealth. That is the blessing. It is the law for a son to receive an inheritance from his father. But everyone now continues to become Tamopradhan. As is the father, so are the children. Day by day, everything is becoming Tamopradhan. Nature too is becoming Tamopradhan, and this is the land of sorrow. If this world were to last for another 40,000 years, what would its state be? The intellects of human beings have become completely Tamopradhan. Now, by fixing your intellects in yoga with the Father, you receive light. Well, the Father says, the more you stay in remembrance, the more enlightened you will become. By having remembrance, your souls become pure and your enlightenment increases. If you do not have remembrance, you do not receive enlightenment. By having remembrance, your enlightenment grows. And if you don't have remembrance or you perform sinful deeds, your light dims. Simple as that. Well, Shiv Baba says you are making effort to become Satopradhan, that is, to be supreme in all the 7 qualities of the soul. These aspects have to be understood. It is by having remembrance that your souls will continue to become pure. And you can write, Sri Krishna cannot give the knowledge of the creator or creation. The status of Krishna is the reward. Also write, the Krishna soul is now in his final 84th birth and is once again taking this knowledge. He will then become number 1 again. And the Father has also explained that there will be 9 lakh in the golden age, and the number will then increase. Many maids and servants who take the full 84 births will be there, and it is an account of 84 births. Those who pass the exams with full marks are the ones who come first, and the later you come, the older the building would be said to be. Well, a building is new when it is first built, then day by day its lifespan decreases, and there will be palaces of gold, and they cannot grow old. Gold always shines, but it definitely still has to be cleaned. Even though jewelry may be made of real gold, even then its shine decreases and it therefore needs to be polished. You children should constantly have the happiness that you are going to the new world and that this is your last birth in the hell. Shiv Baba says, whatever you see with your eyes, you know that it belongs to the old world or your old bodies. You're now to take new bodies in the new golden age, and the 5 elements there are also new. Churn the ocean of knowledge in this way. This is your study. This study of yours will continue until the end, and once the study is over, destruction will take place. Therefore, you should always consider yourselves to be students and stay in the happiness that God is teaching you. This happiness is not a small thing. Maya makes them fall, and once you fall, you cannot reach that stage ever again. Knowing that you have fallen, you hate yourself. You children have to remember everything, and every one of you souls know about your life and the sins you have committed in this birth. Some of you have dull intellects, whereas others have far-reaching broad intellects. You are able to remember the history of your childhood. Baba also tells you the history of his childhood. Baba even remembers the house he lived in, but there must be new houses built on that place now, and you are able to remember your life story from when you were 6 years old. But if you have forgotten it, you would be called one with a dull intellect. How straight away our father is. Well, the father says, write your autobiography. It is a question of your own life. You are able to know the miracles that have happened in your own life. So many large volumes of the lives of Gandhi and Nehru, etc. have been written. In fact, your life is the most valuable. It is a wonderful life. This is your most valuable one. You cannot even describe it. At this time, only you are the ones who do service. Lakshmi and Narayan don't do any service. Your lives are very valuable. You do the service of making the lives of others as precious as yours. Those who do service well become worthy of praise, and there are temples of Vaishnav Devi, etc. You are now becoming the true Vaishnavas. Vaishnav means those who are pure. Your diet is now pure vegetarian. Vaishnav, you are also Vaishnavas, pure in regard to the foremost vices. All of you Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are the children of Jagadamba, and there are Brahma and Saraswati, and all the rest of you are their children. Goddesses are number-wise, and they are worshipped accordingly. However, it is useless to say that they have so many arms, etc. It is because you make many equal to yourselves that the many arms are portrayed, and Brahma is portrayed with 100 arms or even 1,000. All of those things belong to the path of devotion. The Father tells you, imbibe divine virtues, do not cause sorrow for anyone, do not destroy everything for someone by showing him the wrong path. Explain the one main point, that is, remember the Father and the inheritance. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and we spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana is, in order to become worthy of praise and worship, become true Vaishnavas, and together with having a pure diet, you must also remain pure. Serve many others during your most valuable life and make their lives elevated. Have such yoga with the Father that the light of you, the soul, increases, and don't perform any sinful act which would dim your life. Basically, dim your light. Become your own friend. Blessing. May you be a detached observer and witness who finishes any royal form of body consciousness. Well, Shiv Baba straight away says that not to give regard to the ideas of others or to cut them off is a royal form of body consciousness. It makes you insult yourself and others, and this is because someone who cuts off others has arrogance, and the one whom he cuts off feels insulted. Therefore, while keeping the blessing of being a detached observer in your awareness, create every thought and carry out every action by holding the shield of the drama and remaining on the rails of the drama. Finish this royal form of I and give everyone regard and love, and they will cooperate with you for all time. Slogan: on the basis of the water of God's Srimad, make the seed of karma powerful. Om Shanti.